Living in a neuro-spicy household actually makes us be very frugal when it comes to meals because my children only eat about 3 to 5 meals on rotation, and hubby and I don't eat much different than that. So today's video, I thought I'd share with you what a typical week looks like with our meals, how I need to cook 3 or 4 different elements every dinner time, and how things work. Hey, I'm Kelly, the Frugal Fun Mum, living in a neuro-spicy household, teaching you real life frugal living and all the fun that comes with that. Dinner time for hubby and I is more of the concern because I'm often standing there in front of the fridge going, what do we do? Because if you've been here for more than 5 seconds, you know that our freezer is a hot mess right now and we are going through it. But because I've got so much other stuff to do and I don't have time to just strip it all, I've been picking bits and pieces out of it and selecting what we're going to have. I've been looking at the meal list that we have, working out what's really good for meals, and then shopping around that so we are able to stick to a budget, because I'm able to feed my family for less than $200 a week on a single income. We are mortgage and debt free, but we live very simply because it's just easier. And then that way, having meals on repeat, I don't have to think so hard. So last I left you, it was week 1 of the coleslaw buy spends, and I did the regular shop, and then I started swapping out products, and I went and shopped the fridge, freezer and pantry, and I've got a bag full of stuff here. And then I put everything out here and I showed you what the total of everything was that we have. And so let's take a look at the food we're going to be eating for this week and how it's all going to go together. We've got a piece of fillet that was in the freezer that we had half the night before, some stir-fried veggies from the freezer, frozen mince. I've got a couple of frozen dim sims for my son. This satay packet was in the cupboard, a friend gave to me, so we're going to try it out. Carrots, cauliflower, broccoli, some stir-fried beef. I've been wanting to do a stir-fry for a while. Coconut cream, beef and black bean, Markdown cream. It's just easier to use that than defrost in the freezer. Beetroot, diced tomatoes, pineapple pieces, the plant-based mince and schnitzel. Please ignore the bread. I meant to pull that out, completely forgot. We've got potatoes. We go through a lot of potatoes. Frozen chicken thighs, chicken nuggets, zucchini was there. We've got eggs, we've got wraps. There was a lettuce to the side as well, and some mushrooms that I'd got on Markdown as well. Starting off with chips. I do homemade chips every night now. Apparently no one likes the packet ones. Yes, my chips aren't as crunchy as store or air fryer or whatever, but people prefer these, so while they like it, that's good. And I just peel the potatoes and I just chop it up into pieces. I did notice there was this little machine thing you can get from Kmart, but the top of it I think is like the one I have for apples, and bits of food gets stuck in it, so I'm not really a fan of having to clean that at all. I put them on a tray and I just spray them with some oil and I throw it in the oven for about 30 minutes to 40 minutes. And for my son's dinner, I had some leftover pizza dough, so I made him ham, cheese and pineapple pizza, and he's just going to eat half for dinner with some chips. And my daughter had half of her leftover spinach pizza that I'd made. She took it before I got to take a photo, and she's still got some left over for her lunch tomorrow. Starting off for hubby and I, we have the fillet steak and I roasted half of it last time, but it was a little bit tough. So tonight we just pan fried it. I got hubby to do that. So I just chopped it in half, and we're actually having mashed potato with it and chopped up carrots. Hello, Tuesday evening, and we're finally home. It's about 6:15. I've just got home, dropped my son at his gaming group, hung around because there's some people there at the venue that I know. I just drink water, but they're all having their downtime. And then I dropped a friend home because he was going to catch an Uber, and I was like, oh, I'm happy to drop you home. I'm always a designated driver, happy to drop anybody home if I know they'll get home safe. So now I'm going to get dinner ready, and yeah. Tonight I'm making a crustless quiche for my daughter, and I do it in the 2 smaller glass dishes that are here so it cooks a lot even. So I put anywhere from 4 to 6 eggs in each, depending how many eggs I have, and then inside is grated zucchini, corn, flour, the cream, and mix it all together. And hubby and I are having Taco Tuesday. So I've got the mincemeat that's in the freezer that I previously defrosted, and also going to grab out of here cauliflower and broccoli for my daughter's dish. So we cooked up the mincemeat with the seasoning, and we have them here on our plate with some chippies. My son, he didn't want to eat dinner before he left because he leaves just before 5. And I tried to give him a big lunch and he wasn't interested in it. So he has taken for his dinner just some wraps with ham, cheese and lettuce, which is perfectly fine. Each to their own. This is a meat tray that my mum won at bingo. She gave to me, as well as a piece of ham that I'm going to chop up for future pizza. Happy Tuesday. No, Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is. Again, dinner ready. My mum won the meat tray at bingo. She took out the bits she wants. So we're having sausages and mash because of a headache. And I'm just doing chips, pasty for my eldest, and my son will do chicken nuggets and chips because that is life. Because fed is best. Dinner time. Pasta, chips, broccoli, chicken and chips, chicken nuggets and chips, sausages. Hubby said they might be spicy. He can test them and let us know. And here's mine. I think that's chicken sausage. Anyway, required sauce. Dinner is ready. The next night we're doing the stir fry. So first I'm going to get the rice on. I've lost the actual rice cup thing that was in here. So I'm just using my scoop measurement, which is half a cup, which seems to be working really well. So I do 3 half cups, then I fill with water in the mixing bowl. I put some water in there, give it a bit of a mix around till the water goes a bit cloudy. I drain it off and I do that another 2 times, and then I put the rice into the rice cooker bowl, and then I add some extra water until the water goes up to the line of number 3. And then I put that into the rice cooker. I put the steaming basket in there as well because I'll put the frozen dim sims in there for my son to eat. And then I will get on with doing the stir fry while that's happening. I love this rice cooker, it's so good. Apparently it can be used as a slow cooker as well. I haven't ever looked at it, but I might start Googling to see how I can use it best. The rice takes about 40 minutes to cook, so that's really good. And while the rice was cooking, I velveted some beef. I've never actually done this before, so I Googled, and of course recipe tin eats came up, so that was good. So some bicarb, left that to rest for 20 minutes, gave it a wash, patted it dry, cooked it into the fry pan, then took it out, then cooked the veggies just to sort of crisp them up a little bit, threw the meat back in there, threw in the sauce, and then our meal is made. I didn't actually get a picture of my son's dinner, but it was just those dim sims with rice, and he has shredded cheese that he mixes through. But here's my daughter's dinner, some of the quiche with some veggies and some chips I've done too. Next night we are making this chicken curry. I've never made this before. So it has defrosted in the fridge. I've got the coconut cream here. I've got an onion. I've got chicken stock. I only need 1 cup apparently. And this satay mingle packet. So I read on the back what to do because I'm a shocker for not being able to follow instructions. And I grabbed everything, and I'm going to cook some more rice to have on top of that. So I managed to cut an onion without crying. Oh, miracle. Chopped up the chicken, threw that in there with the seasoning, and put in a cup of stock and the coconut cream, and I gave that all a really good stir. I let that simmer for about half an hour, and then I cut up some carrots and some potatoes, which I forgot to show you, but I let that simmer for another half an hour or so. And while it doesn't look the best, it tasted really good. It wasn't spicy either, which was good for me. And I'm really glad that I used thigh because it kept the chicken really moist and tender, which is really good. We have one serving left over because I just let hubby serve himself for some things like this because he was super hungry. And some things I portion control and other things I don't worry about so much, especially if it's stews. If it gets eaten, it gets eaten. And it doesn't take much for me to cook, so I'm okay to keep making some meals from scratch. Into the Hot Mess Express freezer, and I finally found a packet of the frozen plant-based mincemeat, so I'm defrosting that and I'll cook some macaroni with that for my daughter. And my son has had his standard chicken nuggets and chips. We've got dino nuggets because I was emptying out the packet, and I cooked some extra chips for my daughter. Saturday night is here and it's burger night, so my standard chicken burger for my son, and we've got the beef patties there that were from the meat tray from mum, plant-based meat burger, cheese, lettuce, sauce, and I got these brioche buns marked down because I've got a little markdown haul coming up in the next video, so stay tuned. Oh, and I remembered the burger, beetroot for the burger. I'm not really sure brioche buns I enjoy for a burger, but everyone else does, so there you go. Sometimes Sunday night is a leftover night. It just depends what we've had and if we're in a Coles shopping spend or we're eating up what's in the fridge, freezer and pantry. So I think I had the beef black bean left over. Hubby had some of the leftover curry. I cooked the rice, so we had the base for it as well, because I knew we'd have some left over, so I could make a fried rice for my son for his lunch during the week. He just had plain rice tonight, but I know he had chicken nuggets as well. I just threw this in to visually remind me. And my daughter had the plant-based mince again with the macaroni. So there you go, meals on repeat, fast, cheap and easy. Makes my life a lot easier and keeps us frugal. I'll see you in the next one.